Hello traders! Welcome back ulit dito sa ating YouTube channel. In this video, we will be going to have our stock request session. Naging madugo ang takbo ng ating market last week as we expected, kaya medyo kaunti lang ang possible stocks na pwede natin maging watchlist at medyo standby lang muna tayo to observe how the market is going to react this coming week. Paalala ko lang pala na starting tomorrow, the trading hours would be from 9 a.m. in the morning, yung pre-open natin, up to 3 p.m. in the afternoon naman yung closing. And as you can see over here, itong trading schedule natin, we will be having a lunch break na 1 hour from 12 in the noon to 1 o'clock p.m. So I think it is important also that we observe how the market will react on this slightly longer trading hours. Since kakaunti lang ang nag-request ng kanilang mga watchlist for me to review them, I will add some of the stocks that are worth watching since marami din ang sumusubaybay din sa mga stocks na ito. Disclaimer lang po na you may or may not agree with me in this video or analysis, but if you think you had done enough research, due diligence, or kung sigurado ka sa trading philosophies mo, then go on and execute your trade no matter what we have discussed here. Kasi po pwedeng tama ka pala but I disagree or did not recommend the stock. So sayang naman kung medyo tumaas or umangat yung stocks na binabantayan mo. All what we are discussing here is just to give you some inputs, guidance, or ideas lalo na sa mga bago pa lang sa stock market. With my market experience, I hope this will help you to become a more profitable trader. But before we start our discussion, I wanted to invite you dito sa ating stock update touch point. We usually do this internally sa team and students, but dahil magpapasko naman at malapit na mag-New Year, this would be my early gift available for the public viewing. Join us and save the date. It would be December 18, 2021 at 8 to 10 p.m. via Zoom meeting. So kung itatanong ninyo sa akin, ano-ano nga ba ang matututunan ninyo dito? We will be discussing our greatest stock picks of 2021. Paano ba namin na-spot yung mga stocks na yun para matutunan ninyo so that in the future, makita din ninyo yung mga setup na nakikita namin bago namin pinasok yung mga stocks na yun. We will also be discussing yung mga invaluable lessons na mga natutunan natin this year and to set our goals for greater 2022. Don't miss this chance dahil minsan lang namin ito ino-offer sa public. You can invite your friends and family to attend this, no limit. Just go to the registration link dito sa comment section and register your name and email so we can send you the link before the said event. Now let us review our market index so we can set our expectation realistically for next week. And as you can remember last week, I have already discussed na medyo malaki ang chance na i-challenge ng ating index itong 7,000 level because of the new COVID variant na pinangalangan ng Omicron. And if you will try to observe the global market index as well, katulad ni Dow Jones, ganun din yung naging reaction, nag-open ng gap down or medyo nag-down ng around -2 or -3% if you will try to look back on their performance nung nakaraang linggo. So ganun din yung nangyari dito sa ating market, and on Monday, nag-open ng gap down, it tried to challenge itong 7,000 level, breaking down, pero at the end of the day, bumawi naman. Pero pangit pa rin yung naging closing niya because it ended up like parang hanging man. Tapos on Tuesday, di ba, holiday yon. And on Wednesday, it opened around dito sa may 71 or 7,200 level. Pero nag-end naman siya ng around -4% in a very large bearish candlestick. On Thursday, nagkaroon ng rebound pero hindi pa rin maging maganda ang closing niya on Friday. So ano yung pwedeng expectation natin for next week? So, we will try to expect that the market will stabilize dito sa may around 7,000 area level of support. However, kung medyo compelling pa rin yung fear doon sa panibagong variant or kung magkakaroon man ng reported na kahit isang single case lang ng Omicron variant dito sa ating Pilipinas, I believe that the market will react accordingly. And if you will try to review doon sa last video natin, sabi ko yung pinaka worst case scenario na pwedeng mangyari sa ating market is the market will challenge itong 6,600 level or itong 6,500 level based na rin doon sa percentage of correction. na nabanggit natin or na-discuss natin. For example, if you will try to measure this correction somewhere here, it is down like around 14 or 15%. Ganun din dito, same lang din. Tapos merong correction somewhere here na a bit little, around 10%. So sabi ko, if you will try to measure the highs, di ba? Halimbawa, 7,500 level, down with like around negative 14 or 15%, it will equal to 6,500 level dito sa significant support. Ito yung, I think, na sabihin natin, worst case scenario na po pwedeng i-challenge ng ating index. So, for those na sabihin natin conservative investors, I think you will try to stay on the sidelines lang muna. Cash is king. Kapag ka hindi maganda yung setup or yung trading parameters, medyo iwas ka muna mag-trade kasi baka maipit ka, masunog yung portfolio mo. So, kung medyo newbie ka muna, medyo pag-aralan mo lang muna yung market, observe mo lang muna, do not force trade it because kunwari, sabihin natin malapit na sa support, force trade na natin or malapit na mag-breakout, bili na tayo. You will end up losing on that position, sabihin natin 80% of the time. Kasi nga, bearish market So, malaki ang chance na matalo ka dahil mawiwipso ka o kaya sabihin natin false breakout o kaya sabihin natin na fake out ka, kunwari na breakdown, kunwari dito na breakdown pero hindi pala totoong breakdown, babawi at the end of the day. So, medyo mawiwipso ka. But, for the meantime, habang wala pang single na case dito sa ating Pilipinas, I hope ditong 7,000 level will hold for the rest of the week. Pero however, again, kung merong reportedly na kahit isang single lang na kaso na magkaroon dito sa Pilipinas, tapos parami na lang parami ulit, tapos magkakaroon ng lockdown, and there is a large possibility na i-challenge itong 6,600 all the way dito sa may 6,500 level na support. Now, let's talk about your individual stock. Let's go to the requested stock ni Sin Itol, kung tama yung banggit ko sa pangalan mo, no? To go. So, with to go, this stock is illiquid right now. I do not recommend you to trade this stock. However, kung meron kang strategy for you to make money on this kind of setup, then go ahead. Pwede mo siyang i-trade. Pero for me, with this kind of market environment, I do not recommend this trade setup for you to enter or open a position. Now, let's talk about itong UBP dahil marami din yung nagtatanong sa akin about their opening gap up. So, may news yan. Let's go to the Billionaire source na you can search it over the Google. Itong title na Not Yet in the Bag. Aboitiz family confirm Union Bank in talks with Citibank for PH assets. So, they posted it last December 2 around 5:30 p.m. So, market close na to. So, pagdating ng December 3, kung makikita nyo, ito yon, nag-open siya ng gap up. No? So, let's dig deeper and read more about the article. So, sabi niya, the Aboitiz-controlled Union Bank of the Philippines rocketed to a new all-time high as it confirmed it was in the early stages of negotiation with Citigroup Incorporated for the acquisition of the latter's consumer banking business in the Philippines. So, UBP jumped 6.42% to 111 pesos with 43.7 million in turnover a day after Bloomberg reported that it was the preferred buyer of Citigroup local asset. So, to confirm the truthfulness ng article na ito, you can go to the PSE Edge, tapos search nyo din UBP. At least I'm trying to teach you how to verify the sources. Punta kayo sa company disclosures. You can read itong clarification of the news report. Ayan. So, you can read this. Sabi niya, we respond to the correspondence received via PSE Edge on December 3, 2021 seeking clarification or confirmation of the news article entitled Union Bank bags cities in $1 billion retail business in the Philippines, posted in philstar.com on December 3, 2021, which states, sabi niya, Aboitiz-led Union Bank of the Philippines has acquired the consumer and retail banking asset of global banking giant Citigroup in the Philippines. A highly placed source told that the deal worth about $1 billion is expected to be signed in the next 2 or 3 weeks. Sources was added to match made in the heaven transaction expected to be completed in the second quarter next year. Sabi niya, the bank is still in discussion with Citibank, INC, and no definitive agreement has been signed. Ayan. So, further disclosures will be made when warranted. So, magdi-disclose naman sila kapag may progress na. And as you can see, ito, nag-open siya ng gap up, tapos eventually nagkaroon ng selling on strength, but eventually, bumawi naman and nag-close around, sabihin natin, gitna, no, na medyo doji ang dating. Sabihin natin long leg doji yung pattern na naging ending ng ating candlestick. So, with that respect, I do not recommend you na humabol sa ganitong sabihin nating run up kasi medyo huli na eh. Kung medyo nakabili ka somewhere here sa pagkaka-breakout pa lang niya, maganda yon. Or sabihin natin, kunwari dito nakapagbili ka, nakapag-add ka ng position, nakapag-gap up, pwedeng you will try to take your profits na lang kapag hindi na naging maganda yung takbo ng ating market. However, kung bibili ka pa lang, medyo risky yan. So, what you should do is number one, tingnan mo kapag merong formation ng strong base. Kapag merong formation of a strong base, ibig sabihin nagkakaroon ng positive development doon sa news or doon sa article. However, kung i-try niya i-close yung gap at bumalik dito sa may around 88 pesos per share or 89 pesos per share, sa tingin ko yung news medyo hindi siya matutuloy kasi nga medyo hindi naging maganda yung reaction ng market. So again, huwag kang hahabol kapag may mga ganitong article na nabasa mo tapos nag-open ng gap up. Kasi kunwari bumili ka, you can earn as much as like 5% but you can lose around 5% as well, or worse, pwedeng i-close yung gap for a negative 10% in losses. So I don't think na very profitable yung ganitong galawan kapag hahabol ka. Maganda kung nakabili ka somewhere dito sa may 78 pesos per share or a day before nagkaroon ng gap up na movement. Pero dito mismo sa gap up, medyo avoid ka niyan kasi usually sell on strength yan, no? So, next stock is si ACEX. This book, Earning Your First Million in Stock, will teach you the basic principles of fundamental analysis, technical analysis, market psychology, risk management, self-management, and a successful trading system itself. I really believe in order for you to become a consistently profitable trader, kailangan ma-master mo yung 5 components na nabanggit ko kanina because they will serve you as an important ingredient in creating your own successful trading journey. Parang if you plan to bake some cookies, hindi po pwedeng mawala kahit isang basic component or else your baking would be a failure. You cannot bake without a flour or asukal lang ang meron ka, di ba? So, ganun din sa trading. Hindi pwede mag-trade ka na walang technical analysis, merong funda, pero minsan walang market psychology or walang risk management. It is a complete system or trading system na i-guide ko kayo within this book para matuto kayo. Besides that, in this book, I will share you a compilation of my successful trades of not less than 50% in gains throughout my entire 4-year trading career para maaral ninyo at ma-apply nyo sa real-world trading. Etong si ACEX naman, ang good entry point mo would be 18 pesos per share. However, with this kind of setup or run up, medyo sa tingin ko, mas maganda antay mo muna magkaroon ng base consolidation kasi kapag hindi nagkaroon ng base consolidation to, anytime soon po pwede magkaroon ng large correction or heavy pullback. So, kung humabol ka, kunwari nakabili ka somewhere on the top, the risk is very high na magkaroon ng, sabi natin, closing the gap or po pwedeng bumagsak or magkaroon ng heavy pullback. So, yun yung risk kapag humabol ka. However, kung kunwari nakabili ka dito, you are now enjoying of around, sabi natin, 54% na already. Sabi natin in 2 weeks or 1 month or 2 months time kung dito ka nakabili, nagkaroon ng false breakdown dito pero eventually nakabawi naman, approximately you are earning 55%. However, kung wala ka pang hawak nito, might as well you have to stay on the sidelines lang muna. Huwag ka munang humabol kasi pag humabol ka, again, pwede magkaroon ng large correction, ang ending mo, cut loss ka or masusunog ka pa. However, kung kunwari meron ka, titingnan mo kapag nagiging mahina na yung momentum, it's time for you to take profit or to sell in tranches. Next thing, si IDC gumagalaw din to and marami din yung nagre-request neto. Si IDC kasi, the idea of IDC is you have to buy it near the support or dun sa early breakout niya. Pero kung makikita nyo dito yung structure ng pagkaka-breakout niya, medyo alanganin for you to buy over here. Kasi kung kunwari wala pa itong 5 candlestick, makikita mo itong ending candle niya, parang inverted hammer, bearish ang datingan niya. So, malaki ang chance na magkaroon ng filling the gap kapag hindi nag-hold itong MA50. So, the more na, kunwari, sabihin natin more conservative ka, dapat ang bili mo neto near the support. However, kung aggressive ka, I do not recommend this stock for you to buy even on breakout. Kasi nga, mafe-fake out ka and more likely baka magkabendahan, maipit ka na naman, and baka masunog yung port mo. So, sa mga meron, congrats. However, sa mga wala, I think better yet for you to stay on the sidelines lang muna kasi hindi mo alam kung kailan ito magkakaroon ng massive correction. So, if you have a good setup for you to trade IDC, then go on. Kung meron kang proven trading strategies, then i-trade mo siya. Sayang naman kung sa tingin mong kikita ka dito, 'di ba? So, but for me, I would rather suggest na for you to stay on the sidelines lang muna with IDC. Si DD naman, ito I recommend to my students na you have to buy dito sa may 7.74 pesos per share because nagkaroon to ng quick bounce, no, from that day. Ito, kung papansinin mo intraday, nagkaroon to ng quick bounce and it bounced up to like 8-10 pesos per share. Tapos hindi siya nag-hold or hindi siya nag-sustain around that price point. Dapat nag-isip ka na to sell all of your positions even at your break-even price. Medyo hindi attractive yung gain around 5 or 4% gain lang. Mas okay yun kaysa matalo ka. Kasi kung hindi mo nabenta yan, you will lose at as much as like 10%. Or kung inantay mong umangat or nagkaroon ng bounce, talo ka pa rin with a negative 2 or 3% in losses. So again, sabi ko nga sa mga students ko, this is a for professional traders lang, bawal siya sa newbie because bounce play are not meant to be traded by newbies. Kasi kapag hindi mo siya nabenta when it rallied, no, for the next succeeding minutes or hours or sabihin natin days or weeks, pwedeng bumagsak at mag-create ng lower lows. So kapag hindi mo nabenta yan, mas malaki ang risk na maipit ka. So this is not for newbies. So kung nakapagbenta kayo dito, you have made around like 3%, 4% in profit or worst case scenario, break even ka lang. And I hope na walang naipit dito, no, kung ito-trade mo siya. Right now, I do not see a good entry point kay DD. However, again, if you have some trading plan or you have trading philosophies na sa tingin mo kikita ng pera if you enter the trade for DD, then go ahead, no? But for me, I do not recommend DD anymore. With KEEPR naman, as you can see, for the last 2 trading days, Thursday and Friday ata yon, the stock or itong si KEEPR had already breakdown itong 1.50 pesos per share na FOO price niya, kung maalala ninyo. So ako, marami nagtanong sa akin, di ba kasi na-recommend natin itong si KEEPR, I already mentioned doon sa ating mga fans or even with my students na on the second day pa lang nabenta na natin itong si KEEPR with an average price na 1.75 pesos per share or 1.75. Kasi hindi na nag-sustain itong 1.70 pesos per share or yung 1.75. So sabi ko, it's time for us to sell na because unang-una maraming warning signal for you to sell. Unang-una itong opening price nag-end na, sabihin natin around shooting star to, no? Medyo pangit ang closing. Ganon din on the second day, it is your last time or last chance for you to sell. Nagkaroon ng short rally pero sabihin natin hindi siya sustainable because hindi pa rin na-break out itong 1.70 pesos per share. Again, this is your third warning signal for you to sell. So, dapat wag na matigas ang ulo kasi for the fourth and the fifth, ito medyo malala na because it opened gap down consecutively. And your final warning signal for you to sell your shares at break-even is 1.5 pesos per share. So with those warning signal, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 warning signals, I hope wala nang naipit with KEEPR. And I guided my students accordingly naman na dito pa lang dapat nag-iisip na kayo magbenta para at least walang sisihan na okay, hindi kayo nakapaglabas or naipit kayo, 'di ba? So medyo mahirap naman 'yon. So at least with my experience, I guide them accordingly para lahat kami hindi maranasan na masunog yung portfolio. So next thing, we will talk about ALLDY. And as you can see, itong si ALLDY barely holding itong 0.0 pesos per share. Again, if you are aggressive trader, kung naniniwala ka na magkakaroon ng rally ito, you can buy some at 0.70 pesos per share with proper risk management. Tapos sabihin natin, i-trade mo for a range, no? Halimbawa, i-trade mo, ibenta mo around 0.79, 0.8 pesos per share for a positive 12 or 13% na profit. Pero I would suggest na stay on the sidelines ka lang muna kasi the chance na magkaroon ng breakdown because of the market environment, yung pangit ang market environment is very large, lalo na kung meron kang limited capital. However, kung malaki yung disposable capital mo, tapos sabihin natin aggressive trader ka, you can test buy, no? In a very relatively small amount para at least you can feel the trade lang. You can feel the stock, the market. Tapos, pagka na-breakdown niya significantly, sabi natin negative 3% or 5% below your average price, you can try to cut. Or kapag nag-hit na siya below the all-time low nitong si ALLDY, you can try to cut your losses short na para at least hindi na lumaki yung mga losses mo. So, itong si ALLDY, I believe, maganda to kapag magkaroon ng larger base consolidation. Dapat mapatunayan nito na itong 0.70 pesos per share mag-hold. Tapos, tingnan natin paano ito mag-react on the first quarter of 2022 because of spending, di ba? Christmas, January, New Year, Christmas, ganyan. Tingnan natin how this ALLDY will perform in the first quarter of 2022. But for now, again, ingat lang muna if you will try to trade ALLDY, lalo na sa mga conservative trader. Again, stay on the sidelines lang. Next stock is si Dito. Ito, I do not see a good entry point for you to trade this kasi itong bounce play dito, na-recommend ko to sa mga students ko and I even discuss it with public sa YouTube channel natin. You have already made like 20%. But right now, wala na ako nakikitang good entry point for you to trade dito. However, kung meron kang again sarili mong plano or strategy, then go on. Ang meron lang kasi itong si dito na nagiging matunog siya because of the SRO. I haven't reviewed the full details of the SRO kasi kahit naman i-review ko yung details noon, kung wala akong makita ang good entry point, sayang naman, di ba? So, I will base my study muna based on chart, kung titingnan ko kung profitable ba siya in terms or in relationship with risk. Titingnan ko saan mas matimbang yung risk pa or yung reward. Tapos, saka ko i-consider yung mga SRO. Kasi, not all SRO are created equally. So, speaking SRO, let's discuss itong si PHES. Si PHES, na-discuss ko to sa mga student ko na the SRO at 1 pesos per share is not attractive, no? So, sa mga may PHES, kunwari nakabili ka at early stages, siguro sabihin natin 0.66, may insider news ka, may naririnig kang mga rumors, bumili ka ahead of time dito sa gap up, nag-gap up ng pangalawang araw, nag-gap up ng pangatlong araw, then good for you. Because you approximately earned around, sabihin natin 50% or 40 to 50% kapag na-maximize yung pinaka-highs nung narating netong stock na ito. However, ang unang warning signal mo is ito, gap up, tapos hindi na sustain, nag-close ng gap, close na yung gap, di ba? Kung may kita mo, bumagsak. Tapos, pangalawa is this one, ito dapat hindi mo na inantay na nag-open dito. So, I already mentioned na sa group ko na hindi siya attractive for me because when I calculated itong si PHES, ang sabi natin, ang dapat na price point niya or maximum na ikabababa niya is around 0.50 to 0.55 pesos per share. So, nung nag-open ng gap down here, sabi natin around 0.63, maswerte ka na. And if you are lucky enough na mabenta mo at around 0.68, depende sa enterprise mo or entry point mo. Kung dito ka nag-entry sa closing na 0.73, you will just lose as much as like 10%. However, kung humabol ka, kunwari dito, medyo malaki ang talo mo. Mga nasa 40% na yan. Ayan, no? kikita mo. Around 30, kung dito sa pinakababa, around 40. So, malaki yung talo mo. And I don't believe na dapat mo bilhin at around 1 pesos kasi nga ang SRO is around 1 pesos nga eh. So, yun yung magiging, sabi nating, theoretically na target prices, di ba? So, ayun lang. Again, not all SROs are created equally. So, be careful kapag hindi maganda yung structure, then wag mong patulan, no? Lalo na ngayon, pangit ang market, ang pinaka-apektado, yung mga third liner, fourth liner, mga basura, penny stock. Ayan. So, ayun lang. I hope nakatulong itong short discussion natin. And if you think that this video really helps you, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button as we aim to reach 10,000 subscribers by the end of this year. Tulungan nyo ako na maiabot natin itong mga video, lalo na sa mga newbie traders dyan. And don't forget to hit the notification bell button para at least updated kayo palagi kapag may mga bagong video tayong ganito na ina-upload natin na nagtuturo tayo on the public. So, ayun lang. Good night and God bless.